All right, can you hear me now? All I want to know is yes. And hello there, Blazer. What's up? And yes, this is a live stream. And I bet you want to have questions and answers from those three live streams, plus the premieres, and also besides that, about Paper Mario Z Rebirth. Because, well, yes, because I want to do that, and I have questions and answers for that as well. Yep, the words loud and clear is perfect. Either that or a thumbs up, which is perfect as well. That means let's get this started and let's go with that Q&A. So let's get this started right away. So let's not waste any more minutes right now. Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome back for another live stream of Marvel Spider-Man, and this is Arkham Twin Days. So yeah, not bad, isn't it? Yeah. Alrighty then. So I thought well, also guess what? This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month for the entire month of October. Yeah, it is just awesome sauce, and hopefully, hopefully that'll get you something. I don't know, something to worth looking for, and also please, just because I'm not trying to bore anybody, because seriously, I'm not trying to bore anybody of whatsoever, because I don't understand why would anybody would have the ridiculous and slightest ideas of saying something ridiculous out of the ordinary, because, well, it's just, well, you know what they say. So, let's get this started. The bottom of the live stream is this one. The top one is not the live stream, which is the premiere. This one is the live stream of the not premiere, which is, yeah. Blazer says, Leo, I got an idea that I was controlled by Time Breaker and become evil Super Saiyan, which is more powerful. But didn't you just told me about that you got the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 mod because of something like that, as I recall? So that is something. So questions and answers. It has to be something Spider-Man related. It can't be a Q&A of something that's not related, okay? Of course, it can be, but it has to be Spider-Man related. So don't tell me it's not, because I will know, because the one from whatever you type will not be included. That's not part of the game, Austin Lawrence. I told you. Sorry, you gotta try another. It has to be. You got. When I say that's not related, not related. It has to be Spider-Man related to this entire game from the DLC. Of course, you can put into something with Japanese anime characters, but it has to be something related to this game. Okay, so I can't, because you need because I need those. Hello, Kyle Bryant. This is a live stream, and this is not a premiere. This is a live, both in the Eastern time zone, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. Hello, United States, and hello, Canada. How you doing, Canadians? Because I don't get me wrong, because I like Canada, besides the U.S. And yes, hello, Scandinavia, such as Norway, Denmark, and Finland, and Sweden. Spider-Man, a spider and a man, one night, Spider-Man. That's a good one. That's a good one. How do you think Spider-Man would react to? Okay, let's see. How do how do how do Spider-Man would react to meeting, let's say, Shido and the spirits? You know, for that reaction, I would say, you know, a reaction to see from what he saw for the first time is just completely like out of the ordinary, to be honest. So I would say his reaction to see Shido and the spirits would kind of take a turn. I mean, I'm not. Of course, they all like Shido. I mean, more than just friends, to be honest. And again, maybe who knows? One of them might actually like Spider-Man, and then how is Mary Jane Watson gonna react to this? Not to mention Black Cat. I'm not saying Black Cat, aka Felicia Hardy, is not gonna have a problem with this. Of course, MJ, that's pretty hard, to be honest. I'm gonna say pretty hard for one who goes out with someone with that special someone with the right person, and then yeah, you get the idea. Oh. So this live stream is gonna be like an hour and a half. Someone will go with the Q&A of questions and answers. So they have it. It's a okay. I got a question for all of you. So even if it's somewhat, it can be related to Japanese, but it has to be Spider-Man related. Imagine Ben 10 got Spider-Man DNA, became Man Spider or Spider-Ben. Whoa! Yes! Yuri Lowenthal would be so ecstatic. Yes! Ben Tennyson! And then you become Man Spider instead of Man Bat. So yes! I would say that works with this kind of predicament, don't you think? It's genius! Woo! I love it! I love that idea, Blazer. I love that idea. Wow. Smart idea. I never thought I came up with it, but you, sir, you came up with that pretty well. And for that, I am so happy. Ooh. Funny, since the same guy that voiced Ben voiced Spider-Man in this game. Yeah, definitely. Also, he voices Marth and Marth from Fire Emblem. And, you know, the original Fire Emblem game. And the Blade, let's see, the Shadow, the Blade of Light thing, because, you know, it has Marth and Sita. Marth and Sita. Yeah, and it's Alucard, not to mention Sasuke Uchiha. Oh yeah, it's Sasuke, all right. From because he did voice of Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto, which is a shonen Japanese anime. Shonen. And now, yeah, and guess what? He voices, finally gets to voice one of the main characters, and that is Spider-Man. Not only that, I bet he could also voice Nightwing. Richard Grayson, aka Nightwing, who is the first Robin, but that was actually Jason Todd, to be honest, who was the first Robin, then became Red Hood. How would you say, I think a team up between Spider Man and, let's say, Kirito would turn out? I would say it's not such a bad idea. Of course, I'm certain that Kirito will go with that no kill rule with Spider Man, to be honest. So he knows how to hold back, but when it comes to his enemies and foes, along with Spider Man and Kirito, which goes by the name of Kazuto Kirigaya, if you want to know what I mean, I would say two peas in a pod would absolutely work out. Definitely. So that would work. Because having Kirito teaming up with Spider-Man is not such a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. All, so I'm guessing Morse knows more how to play on defense than offense. Of course, he knows how to go offense, but he always goes for defense, never to attack. Of course, how would, usually I would say for Kirito's friends who are mostly females, well, one of them is not a female, and his name is Klein, who's actually one of his good friends. And you know how it goes, but also besides that, there's UJO. And I would say you find a circle of friends, how do you work around in New York, but Spider-Man tells him that this is not a real live game of Sword Art Online. This is New York City, and trust me, this is like the hard knocks of a living jungle when it comes to bad guys. And not to mention the Magia, of course. And also, I forgot to mention about Kirito one little thing. He's also kind of a detective, if you want to know, because from the looks of it, I can actually tell when you play Sword Art Online, Hollow Realization, plus the Sword Art Online Reply Hollow Fragment. He does have he has a little bit of detective skills in him, so that would be impressive for how he does it. Log into like Courses DLC, yeah, that part too as well. Of course, he's an AI, just like Alice, but of course, Alice is a little bit more controlled than Ujeo, so not disappointed at all. Leo, everything, spider sense, get it? You were trying to make the pun of the joke, as I understand. Whoever says climbing up to this building is easy, not. Oh my. Whee! What makes that funny, at least to me, is that the Nagumo verse Kirito or Kazuto Yaigashi. It's Kirigaya. Kirigaya, but that's the last name because I'm not thinking of the Nagumo verse. So However, on that fanfic, I call it the Nagumo verse, and there you have it. It's kind of not point blank. As a niece, siesta Nagumo, as I say that right, like a siesta. Almost sounds Spanish, you know. To be honest, Spanish and Japanese are so closely related. Spanish and Japanese, oh my goodness. And I can tell it is just awfully close. Spanish and Japanese. Wall crawler, they call them because they crawl the walls. Why not call spiders wall crawlers? What? Okay. uh, uh, you know, I have some puns. I'm not saying I don't, but of course, if I say that out loud type it in the commentary. Well, not the commentary, in the chat. But when I say it like I mean it on a live stream, I do it a little better than from what I say on the chat on a premiere, because it makes it sound more believable. Because from what I'm going to say, makes sense. Okay, I'm certain you guys already know this. So, I once had a girlfriend whose name is B. She is so lovely. I I once called her honey. She slapped me so hard in the face, it actually stings. Wonder if anybody understands that pun about a bee joke, because I have had a girlfriend whose name is B. You know, I call her honey but she slapped me so hard because it stings. Although she's my queen and all, I'm somewhat not the queen of the hive, to be honest. Next time, I really need to behave when it comes to my girlfriend whose name is B. If I behave, I would have the buzzing news all around, and then I would tell everyone that I would marry her, who is the queen of my dreams, and like the royal queen of the hive, but not the bee of the hive. That's why. What does Spider-Man listen to music? Spotify. Oh, oh my God, that's funny. Oh, 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 that was pretty good. I love it. That was pretty good. Spotify. Oh, oh, I love it. Oh, that was pretty good, to be honest. That was good. Oh man, Spotify, Spotify, Spotify. Now it makes sense. You see. Oh, okay. So here's all right. I got another one, but yeah, I'm certain for those who would like to hear this, you know. Whew, I saw one time I went to a place to go for visiting on for an exhibition or something. A type of like rock formations. Yeah, and then I look at a rock formation. It looks like sandstone. It's great, sandstone. I always take them for granted. It's always going to be one of my bolder attractions. After that, I'm going to have a new name to go from ever since going to that exhibition, and call myself Rocky. And I'll have the love of my life, whose name is Adrian, because I am brave and bold as a rock. Because I made a bolder move to how to woo a girl. such as Adrian. Of course, I'm no Rocky Mahavia, The Rock. I may be a hardhead, but I am strong-willed enough to be as hard as a rock because I made a bolder move when it comes to taking this for granted. You finally get it! Yes! Okay! Alright, here's another one. Unless you guys get for what I said. I know Austin Lawrence gets it. I wonder if you Blazer, okay, but I'll take this a little. Let's see, make this easy if you want to know. You know, they always say, who is one of your favorite waifus? I'm going to say one of them is actually, besides Leifa, besides Shadow Glitter Dream, which she's also one of my favorites, it's got to be Asuna. I, so Asuna is there and tells me if do I want something to drink, and I say yes. And what does she tells me? And she tells me, what do I like to drink? I say orange juice. That's just orange juice. I need plenty of vitamin C. Alright, so she went to grab orange juice. But I still can't take my eyes off her when she brings in the orange juice. I couldn't concentrate. It really put the squeeze on me too. So that's why this is why I got canned for this. If I only paid more attention to her beauty, but instead I should have paid more attention to the orange juice she brought to me. So, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Every you got Hardy, you think you Tom Hardy, and every time you go Hollywood, you think of Tom Holland. Always Tom Holland. Why not ask Tom from Tom and Jerry about this? Okay. I was always torn. I thought, okay, that's okay. You try to work on it. I'll try to work on it. Okay. There was one time I liked to take Toka Yatogami to an amusement park. So I took her to one. Then the first time she wants to go on to is a Ferris wheel. And I tell her it's going to be all right. But what about the skies? It's all right. I would say the amusement park we're going to, the carnival, is fair weather. The weather is so fair, we'll have a great time. Why is it so fair, you ask? Well, having fair weather to happen to go to the fair itself is mostly sunny for having fair skies about that said weather, to be honest. Oh gee, I hope the Ferris wheel will not get herself clouded to be scared, but she will be brave and all. She always bring a sunny smile to my face when it comes to seeing her. And like I said, the weather it may be fair, but the carnival we go to is no weather storm. Then I took her to the Tunnel of Love. I noticed that when she and I went to the Tunnel of Love, I suggest she has that glaring look on her face, like something is sparkling in her eyes. And so for that, I looked up to her eyes, and then she gets close, and I'm feeling the heat. I mean, sure, it's fair weather and all play in a carnival, But when it comes to a tunnel of lava on a ride such as this, the heat turns up. If only I had to cool off in such weather conditions such as myself. Oh, well, she does a little smooch. Then I feel like I was on fire and being struck by lightning in a positive way. She didn't have a negative. She wasn't this negative, but she was so positive that it charged me up in my soul like thunder and lightning. And so for that, a storm wasn't a brewing. A storm of love was crashing in me. I guess that was kind of too cheesy or lame, but I did my best. How do you think Spider-Man would react if he were to meet, let's say, Gran and his crew? You mean Gran from Grand Blue Fantasy? What in the Spider God is going on? I don't know. Not my best from what I said, but I'll try a little harder. You know, if I was Hajime Nagumo, and if I had a harem, and I had to drive an automobile, this automobile would be the death of me to have so much people to be crowded. It would be very exhausting to be in the back, but also being very tired in the front as well. I don't know. Perhaps I should. Perhaps I should have put on my training wheels instead, and just drive myself to it. I don't know. I guess I like to roll over when I'm on the when I'm not tired and not exhausted. But you can say I'm more driven on the inside. Yeah. Okay, so okay, here's a question for Lowe's. I mean, I'm certain you guys, you want to know this about Paper Mario Z Rebirth, and yes, I know when I meant it, and when I say when I say please, and be honest with me, because I don't want anybody trying to get bored for no reason. So I know people are excited to come and watch the Paper Mario Z Rebirth as the premieres, because you'll have Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, and not to mention Paper Mario as well, because, ever since Paper Mario Z, and who came up with that name is none other than Ruben Osorio, who was actually a genius to come up with that Paper Mario Z abridged, so yeah. No, I have not, Ruben Osorio. Like I said, I'm too busy. Busy. I don't have the time for the likes of it. Like I said, I'm busy. Don't have the time. I don't have the time for this. There's a lot of things I need to catch up upon. Man, look at that. High five, dude. Yeah, he's famous, all right. I just high-fived him. So, by the way, Paper Mario Z. If you have both of those Let's Plays to come in as a rebirth, it needs to have an origin story, as I mentioned this to on a premiere back then. So, why an origin story? Well, simple. I'm gonna add one, and that is none other than Super Mario Galaxy, to be honest. Okay, so now call me crazy if anybody, for those who ask me this, but why the game of Super Mario Galaxy? Well, for one, I know I'm gonna throw this out, so here it goes. I would say, what does this have to do with the one from the Super NES of Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, and not to mention Paper Mario? What does this got to do with the game of Super Mario Galaxy that's usually on the Nintendo Wii originally, but it's also on Super Mario 3D All Stars with the 3 game pack completed with the Super Mario 64, and not to mention Super Mario Sunshine, genius. But I'm not talking about those 2 games. I'm talking about Super Mario Galaxy. Why is that? You know, I think I might have an answer from what nobody can figure out. It's like, all right, tell us, Smarty Pants, what is the answer that you found that we couldn't find? Well, quite convenient that it's quite obvious for me when I pay much attention to detail on storyline on said and such. If it was kind of buffering, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. Definitely, yeah, Super Mario Galaxy. Rosalina would be my bio mom. And how in the world did Goku Black meet up with Rosalina in the first place? Because everything was shocking. I mean, I shocked everybody. I shocked Big Cammy, including the rest of you guys, by saying, "Who is my bio father?" And you're wondering, it's got to be someone we know. And like, Batman says, here it is, and like, oh my goodness, whoever, I think I know who it is. This person does not deserve to be the father he is, and even though he is the bio father, why would he be this way? Well, I don't no idea, but this is the route I wanted to go to, but also diabolically plotful, and it is a genius. The storyline became like so sudden in suspense, and they wonder who is the biological father. It's like, who is this? For crying loud, we need to know. Is he a Saiyan? Yes, but who is it? Is it Vegeta? Is it Goku? Is it someone who else who's a Saiyan? I'm not going to say who it is, but the suspense that I've been holding off for so long, for quite a long time, has finally come to light, and the Dark Alliance know this. They knew who the biological father is. Ever since he came in from Project Diva X, actually Project Diva F and the Project Diva games, as you want to know, and he was the one who has been paid much close attention ever since, kept an eye on me ever since, and some of the new Alliance members knew who the original biological father is. Of course, Batman knows who the biological father is. Of course, he does not want my own character to follow in that footsteps, or actually, let it be more specific. How do I say is to not find out who is the biological father in the first place. And for that, and because of this, it was Goku Black. The very one that shocked everybody with a twist and turn, and you guys are like, all like, what? I'm sorry, I can't, can you repeat that again? I kind of lost you for a moment. For a moment, I, for, for a second, you said Goku Black, and like, yes, why? It's like, I'm kind of a loss of words. How can you be certain if it is Goku Black in the first place? Well, it's simple. He's the one who gave me his blood. And, uh, and the thing is, the reason why he wanted me to join up with the Dark Alliance, but before that, shortly, is to realize, to find out the truth that will set me free. What will set me free for this? The lies, the the secrets that some of the alliance members did not even tell me what it is in the first place. Will I get mad? Will I get upset? Will I get angry? Yes. But why keeping this a secret in the first place? Well, Rosalina met with Goku Black on one time, and then so this was shortly after the alliance was formed. The Dark Alliance came in first before the original alliance was formed. So the Dark Alliance was actually formed just in case. Of course, I'm certain this might have something to do with way back ever since 5 years ago. It started with All Might, but before there was the when All for One, along with that, with the new Nexus. I would say he created the Dark Alliance first, and then you have the new Nexus came in second, just in case if the Dark Alliance fails, I'm not saying to comprehend, but to do what's necessary to do a part of their job, or what said job. Hello, Hurricane. Welcome to the live stream. And no, this is not a premiere. This is live. And so, for that matter, you're going to asking about the curse. Well, yeah, the curse is this. Of course, I've had to fall in love with someone, but I don't think Goku Black does not want me to marry a mortal who is not an immortal, such as the ones you saw from an otaku like me has two fiancés. And because of that, there's a little bit of a background history between with Bardock and Goku Black. I'm guessing the reason why that Goku Black does not want me to have a romantic relationship with either Tsubame, who is the quiet and kind person, Mizuki, who is the person who goes to cosplay and has a wonderful personality, and Himawari, which is Tsubame's little sister. She's kind of a tsundere, which she is, but even though she is a kind of a tsundere, she has a interesting personality, to be honest. And the reason why, yeah, the reason why I would say Goku Black does not want me to get married is because you can't not marry mortals. Because if you do, he will deliberately destroy a mortal. Because that's not in his will. Never was, because as being the part of the Zero Mortal plan, he wants me to live in his terms, in his reality, in his own personal ideals, which is a part of it. But also get this, he wants me to marry the one who's immortal, for those who like live longer, but also the curse would say that if you try to marry an immortal, which is fine, but if they do not follow my ways, then the woman who gives a birth to a child will become just like me, as a child of Goku Black, which is a boy or a girl of following his footsteps like clockwork. And like, how is that supposed to happen? Simple. You're not following my will, my ideals, and most of all, you're certainly not doing a great job for listening to me. Hello, Kay, the anime gamer girl. Hello there. This is a live stream. And because of this, if giving birth to a child, and then all of a sudden the child becomes a devil, which is following the footsteps of Goku Black, whether it's a boy or a girl. It's, the curse is another part of that, what will happen if I do not follow in the footsteps and walk in the ways of Goku Black and my biological father. And because of this, you can't have a happy ending because it has to be on his terms and not my own. And I have a life of my own, but he does not care. He does not care because he will never allow it, not even once. Talk about not having the life you always wanted because, well, it will not be this way for him. I wanted to be this way, but for him, as long as he lives, the curse will never be lifted. Even if he was slain, the curse will absolutely not be lifted. Will never be lifted. Because the moment a woman who gives birth to a child, Goku Black comes back as a devil child. So for that, that's a risk I cannot be willing to take, and because of that, it's not worth it. The curse will only be broken or should I say lifted, if I follow in his ways, his terms, his path, his ideals, his footsteps. Well, at least you have a half an hour break, Kay. I'm hoping you still find that special someone who is your special Natsu, but I'm certain, hopefully you'll find that Natsu on YouTube. It may not be the Natsu you are looking for. Oh, you're welcome, Kay. And also, I'm glad to found a home that I can be with those who are what I call friends on Discord. I mean, the one I tried from Clash of Clans, it was excruciatingly painful. You remember that you had a bad relation with your brother Black, but I'm glad I have my own nephew, and that is you, Leo, says Blazer. Why, thank you. Once again, my character got off easy in comparison. The only thing... Okay, Austin Lawrence, so tell me this. What in that comparison, but you still... Even if I actually have to marry one of the Hajime's relatives, and no, not his wives, okay? So don't say that because that's not the point. That's not my basic point. No, it wasn't. If I say I marry Catalina and then all of a sudden Goku Black comes back as a devil child when she gives birth to a boy or a girl, then my worst nightmare comes true. You think I'm gonna have to live up to that? Yes, but I don't want this. My own character cannot get married. He cannot. There's like no possibility. As much as he wants to, he cannot get married. There's no way. There's simply no way that he will not get married of any whatsoever. And it just goes to show you, it's going to be like the hard knocks life. It will only be lifted if my own character, what should I say, I have to give into his demands as part of the Zero Mortal plan to wipe out all life, all existence, until there's nothing left. Or here's another part, until everyone comes under rule and recognizes, as say, I am the God of this universe, who is a life of bringer and death and all that, and yada 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 whatsoever. And because of this, I don't think he will not ever let go. I don't think he's not going to let go of this. As much as I love for those who want to go out and with me, and for those who want to do, I don't know, marry in the near future, Goku Black will always have contingency plan after contingency plan because of the curse that I'm in. Yes, I'm saved by having that blood transfusion, but there will always be a curse to follow. The curse will only be broken that if I give into his demands, his will, his ideals, in walking in his footsteps. Nothing else matters but of what he said, or what he does, or what he wants me to do, or what he tells me to do, or what I'm being told to do. And for that, I would say that Super Mario Galaxy is actually the perfect part to play in for the origin storyline of Paper Mario Z Rebirth. And also, not just because of Goku Black, it's also because about these Lumar Star Beings. Because what this has got to do with Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, and Paper Mario, for instance? Well, like I said, I'm going to reveal the answer to you. It's all about the stars. Those living stars of those living Lumar Star Beings, but before they were called Lumar Star Beings. Take care, Kay. If you want to find your Natsu YouTuber, you know who to find. I mean, I hope you found the Natsu YouTuber you're looking for, is what I'm saying. But then again, that's just me. Unless you have an answer. If you do, you can keep that a secret. If you don't want to keep it a secret and tell me, it's fine. But more than just fine, I would love to hear it. And so for that, I was going to say the star beings, the 7 star pieces to rebuild the Star Road. And what about the Star Road? What about the Star Road that kind of looks like the Rainbow Road, or the Rainbow Star Road? The Star Road is like the Rainbow Road, but the Rainbow Road from Paper Mario, from the Lumar Star Beings, between with Starborn Village and Starborn Valley up in the northern waste, the frozen north. And also, what about Super Mario Galaxy? This is where it comes in. I would say that kind of relates to Paper Mario. Super Mario Galaxy, I mean, because that game came out in 2007. Paper Mario came out in 2001. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, came out in the year of 1995 and 96 with Square Enix. Hello, DBG, and no, I have not seen the trailer because I'm kind of too busy on making comic strip visual novel thumbnails and editing videos. I've heard of the trailer. I have not seen it. I was just too busy, if you want to know. But thanks for asking. And also, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, celebrating for the entire month of October. And I'm wearing the color pink right now because it makes me manly, dude. It means so much. Yeah. Take care, Kyle Bryant, and hopefully you'll get better soon. And I hope you'll have this diagnosis problem thing solved, and not to mention try to get some rest. And I know it's because of the groggy headaches, and because it's got to be something that you're suffering from. And I'm pretty certain there might be something that's hit and a miss. Take care, Kyle. Oh, you're starting to feel better. All right, awesome. It's got to be the ridiculous flu because the flu is like the cough with the runny nose and sneezing, or it's just the normal cough without the runny nose and the sneezing. But then again, you may never know because the flu is always like the combination into one. So where was I? Oh yes, Super Mario Galaxy. As I was saying, that Super Mario Galaxy is somehow connected with those two games. Well, I'm not saying completely connected. I'm going to say like somewhat connected because it traces to those who are Lumar star beings, and not to mention for those who grant wishes. Granting wishes. It's all about granting wishes in the first place. So why would they be granting wishes? It's simple. A Lumar star being grants a wish for those back in the Mushroom Kingdom and or in Mario's world. So, and not to mention other places as well. Of course, Bowser kind of want to make wishes that it makes it come true. Of course, the Lumar star beings don't grant Bowser's wishes because they are selfish wishes. You can't make that into say, I want to say, oh, I wish Princess Peach will love me. I want her to like me so much, but you can't do that. You can't do that. It's a selfish wish. You can't make someone to fall in love with you because as a Lumar star being, they're not genies. Oh, there is one thing you can do is so I just want to make someone happy. That can be arranged. That can be arranged. Of course, saying someone to make, I want her to make her fall in love with me because that goes against, how do I say? Are you trying to mess with free will or something? And that would be Bowser, perhaps. And so for that is a selfish wish because that would say you cannot mess with free, Lunar Starbrain cannot mess with free will. Same, so for that matter, I would say Goku Black would kind of fall into something that you can mess with free will, and all, not to mention because in any other way, as a part Lumar star being in a part Saiyan, along with part mix of Kryptonian blood, I think Goku Black would like to call in for the small wishes in order to create something. As something for the group called the New Nexus. And perhaps a group called, to form into a group. He didn't say, I want to form an evil group. No, he says, I want to form a group called of an alliance of my own making. Somehow the Dark Alliance might be shortly formed out on this. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were crying, Blazer. I hope you're alright. And so for that, I would say Goku Black plays a big part of this. A group called the New Nexus, and how to carry out those ideals, such as All for One. And I think Goku Black kind of really liked those ideals that All for One back from My Hero Academia, and not to mention My Hero One's Justice, to be honest. I would say that even if the leader of the new Nexus, such as All for One, might be history or of history's news, he may be in solitary confinement, but it will not stop the new Nexus from what how to carry out those ideals plans of his, and not to mention Goku Black would make his ideal plans of his own in order from what he knows that All for One gives out specifically. I've read it, Blazer. I've read it, and that's how it's I do get emotional, to be honest, even though I am autistic and I do have autism, that because no doubt about it. So the reason is, I would say Goku Black would play an important pivotal role on what is going to be taking on. And I would say, yeah, she did it for then. That's interesting. That's right. I mean, what? I mean, it's all right to cry. I mean, I can't. No, it's not a skin condition. Your mom. What? So I can have my face revealed and everybody's gonna blackmail me? Sorry, no thanks, loser. You gotta try harder than that for making name calling, cause it's not working. You really need to try harder to make insults way better than JJJ Jerk Jonah Jameson. So, 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 Luther. So, oh, some guy who thinks I say I'm going to have a skin condition, but it's not, because if I ever reveal who I was, then I'm going to get blackmailed and there's no one left for me to save or anybody, because they don't want me to do no hero work because someone's identity's been truly revealed. You already know what I look like. Well, if you know what I look like, what do I look like? Do I look like a? Look. Okay, in real life, I am part gypsy because gypsies are Roma people that are from emigrated from India, straight from Eastern and Central Europe, and not to mention in Spain. And yes, Roma people, part Spaniard, part Italian, and part Arab, because on my mom's, just my great grandfather's side of my mother's, who is from Morocco, and yes, Arab. I'm part Arab. So yes, hello Arabs, and I'm part of you, and also part Jew, if you want to know, mixture of Arab and Jew, and also part Hispanic, and also Native American. So Native American would be the Aztecs. Yes, a long lost civilization of the Aztecs. Which is part Native American, And yeah, oh yeah, Mexican. Forgot Mexican, which is I'm Hispanic. Spaniard, Arab from Morocco, part Jew, which is a Seraphim Jew, and not to mention Italian, Spaniard, and also part of how do I say, part English, maybe Scottish and Irish. I don't know, maybe English and Scottish. Because yeah, because we have some European blood on my family's background. That's how I pick up that Cockney English, along with the English accent. When I say savvy, if I try to go like savvy, like try to grit your teeth and say savvy, oh, you want the savvy, but if you fall in love with the sister, you kill the brother. Savvy? No, I don't, savvy. I'm not gonna savvy your ideal. Oh, good. That's gonna cost you five coins to me for a piece of information. I'm not paying you that either. Well, never said that. Never say that to a woman. Like, what? Like, who hurt you? Oh, oh, really? You're Irish, Swedish, and German. Nice. Irish, Swedish, and German. Awesome. That is awesome. Just American or family are from South. Oh, El Salvador. Really? Central America, compañero. Irish and Native American Cherokee, to be exact. Blood in me. Oh, sweet. Kind of like me. I have a blood of Aztecs. Because the Aztecan Empire from the nation's capital, which is called if I say this name, Tenochtitlan, which used to be called Mexico City up until until the Aztecs came to see Hernan Cortez back then. Big mistake. Oh my gosh! And yeah, and there's the Aztecan Empire did reach up in that was used to be called Mexico, which is in former Mexican soil of the United States, and that would be Utah, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, parts of Colorado. I would say about 2/3 of Colorado, and just the southwest corner of Wyoming. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, parts of Texas. Kurdish, really? That would be Eastern Turkey. Born in Swede, so half Swede, half Kurdish. Sweet. Let's see. How do I say goodbye or hello in Turk or in Kurdish? I don't know. Maybe I should say gule gule. Yeah, small part of southwestern Wyoming, part of Mexican soil, from Iraq. Really? Iraq, you say? So that would be between. There's the Sunnis and the Shiites. So yeah, it's like the Sunni, the the what is the name? What is Protestants and Catholics. That's right. I would say, between the Shiites and the Sunnis, I would say those two, between Iraq and Iran, I would relate to the Protestants and Catholics between England and Ireland. Because that would relate something to, yeah. And why do I know? How can I say, how do you know this? Well, simple. I watch travel shows from public broadcasting. It's how I pay attention and get to learn about these cultures from other countries. For a guy who has autism, you sure know a little bit about something that I never knew. Well, it's simple. All you have to do is ask. It pays to be smart when you're autistic, but also it's a curse. It's a gift and a curse when you have autism. You just don't know when a person who is kind of a person who is mildly autistic or severely autistic or somewhat autistic or not too autistic but still autistic. So I was one of those people who kind of happened to bump into those, including in Special Olympics. I'll never forget the days. And also, wearing pink is something so happy to be proud of. Not to mention kicking the behind on testicular cancer's butt in the face. I would not be alive right now because testicular cancer almost took my life. I didn't realize that it was near at my end's point. And for that, I am really thankful that I am so alive and not dead. And I'm truly happy for what it's worth because, well, I almost didn't make it. But I'm glad I made it. I absolutely made it with flying colors. Testicular cancer lost. I won with the help of family and friends on social media, such as you guys, that I consider a second family. And not to mention, I also give thanks to the Lord in heaven. And thank God he gave me another chance because he's always the God of second chances because he knows it's not my time to leave. I may be here temporarily, but I know it's not my time. It never was. Because I still got plenty of life within me left. Still young, still single, doesn't have a girlfriend. But I'm still alive and kicking with those that I'm with. Carved my own path of this entire channel since leaving a big channel of May 15th of 2019. And look at me now. Some people, for those who do subscribe to me but never came to check on me even once by telling themselves that I'm not going to be successful on YouTube, that I'm not going to make over 1,000 subscribers or more? Well, guess what? I showed you. Look who's laughing now. Look who's laughing now for saying that I'm not going to be successful on YouTube such as this. And guess what? Look who's got 1,000 subscribers or more from going from small to become a little bit popular, to become a little bit more popular than usual. And I could not have done this all by myself. No, I could not. It's because of you guys. Because of you. You kept me going. And I kept this channel going because you guys kept me going. Without you, there is no us. There is no me. There is no all of you. There would be no us in this channel here. Carving my own path of this entire channel is what makes it count the most. And it's just absolutely incredible. Look how far I have accomplished. For those, really, I was never called Leo's Let's Plays Alliance, but now I have that name, and it stays like that way for forever. And I would say this channel is going to continue growing. I'm already in my prime, and I would say I'm going to make this channel bigger by starting with Paper Mario Z Rebirth, with Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, and Paper Mario. We'll adding some cutscenes with that, with Dragon Ball Xenoverse number 2, and not to mention WWE 2K22. Yeah, and it's happening. Oh my goodness. The possibilities are going to be so endless, but it's going to be exciting to have the characters coming into WWE 2K22 of Japanese anime and maybe a few from DC and or Marvel, to be honest. Not to mention characters from the Dragon Ball universe of Dragon Ball Xenoverse and this and that, and oh my gosh, it's just absolutely amazing. The plots, the twists and turns, the origin story is going to be, hopefully it's going to be really good, to be honest. That'll fit into the two games of Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario. And not to mention, because of my great storytelling, the great storytelling about this, of Goku Black coming into the picture, Rosalina coming into the picture, this and that, how they two met, how did Goku Black put off that Zero Mortal plan for like, all he cared about is just a Zero Mortal plan, but maybe he might have a little tricky, awful idea from his own mind, which is, I'm guessing that he wanted to have a son, and that would be me. Me, of course, yes, me, as in the one who is me, and there you have it, the one who is me is right in front of you, and you guessed it. The me is the guy who is me, who is the biological son with father Goku Black, who goes by the name of Zamasu, and his biological mother Rosalina right there, and then you guessed it, how these two met. But where in the world would I be in? But however, Mario, the main character, Mario, that guy, the one with the red hat, and says, "Hello, I'm Mario. Yahoo!" Yeah, that guy. So, it's from there. I mean, how would Mario fit into all this? Well, simple. I'm guessing he knows how to play a part when it comes to him. Also, not to mention the storytelling might be great. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to say this. There's like 120 stars in all. Yeah, I'm going to say this again. 120 stars in the entire game of Super Mario Galaxy. It is a long Let's Play of the Origins. It's not easy. It's just ridiculously hard, and it's oh my gosh. However, getting extra lives will be kind of easy, because I know there are coins, yes, but if you get those star meteors that come crashing to the ground on the planets you're on, if you collect like 50 star pieces, or like, star crashing pieces or star meteors, of whichever you call it, you get an extra life. The same way you collect 50 coins to get an extra life, so no biggie. So getting extra lives of that game is kind of easy. Passing through the levels that once you progress through the story is not easy. It is kind of hard. It gets harder. It gets easy, but it gets harder once you progress the story, it gets harder because there's some specific quests that you have to do in order to get those stars, in order to collect all 120, if you know what I mean. The same, so yeah. You said origin story. Blazer says Leo. You said the origin story will be perfect. How Blazer lost his memory because he find Goku Black was his brother, right? His brother, right? Well, I did inspire those of when I said about the Ultimate Arkham verse, and this is how Austin Lawrence got inspired of the Ultimate Arkham verse, and then talking about this and that, and same thing goes for you, Blazer, and not to mention Hurricane Parker, who was also got interested and got inspired as well, including his big Cammy too. So I got like possibly a little over 15 minutes left. So the cutscenes with WWE 2K22, with cutscenes of Dragon Ball Xenoverse number 2, along with the rest of the games of the Let's Plays of Paper Mario Z Rebirth, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, which that game is absolutely one of my favorites. Absolute one of my favorites. Always be it challenging, but it should be on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, come on, bring it to the Nintendo Switch for crying out loud. Do it like a remastered version, Square Enix. I don't care. And also Paper Mario, which is also another one of my favorite games. That game will always be another one of the top 50. And also Super Mario RPG. But however, the top 10, when the number one game that will always be in the top 10 is Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo and Famicom. That will always be number one. So yeah, there will be cutscenes. It'll be like it will be the exact same way from what you saw Paper Mario Z. Not Rebirth, yes, but when I meant not the Rebirth, I mean Paper Mario Z abridged. So there you have it. So we're gonna have, well, actually not abridged, a Paper Mario Z or Paper Mario Z abridged, if you like to call that. So the cutscenes there will be there, but I will add like a few features of WWE 2K22, because for that I'm gonna say the characters that will be in it. I'm certain it will be possible, because I don't think it's not going to be impossible to pull it off. I'm going to say it is possible when it comes to characters from Japanese anime, and then you have characters such as DC and Marvel, to be honest. Of course, pulling characters off from DC and Marvel is not that easy, and right now I just created Deathstroke. So yes, Deathstroke, aka Slade Wilson, has now been created, and yeah, it was kind of easy. It was not that easy, of course. I could not find the Deathstroke look-alike mask, of course. Seeing Deathstroke's face of aka Slade Joseph Wilson was kind of easy. Finding the mask, I cannot find it. There was no way for me to find it. But I will go with what it looks like. I mean, it's kind of like a pre-52 with a new 52 look feel that I just created with of Slade Joseph Wilson in the DC comics. So yes, I created him, and now he's in the WWE 2K22. Of course, I would like to put them in and the community creations in by uploading, as well as the others that I also created. And yes, get this, Glitter Force is now created into the WWE 2K22. So yes, Glitter Force, which is absolutely one of my favorite Japanese anime shows, from the creators that brought you Power Rangers and Super Sentai, not to mention Digimon. and Sailor Moon Glitter Force. Yeah! And also the Shadow Glitter Force members as well. Yes, they're counterparts. Yes, they're counterparts from the Dark Alliance. Yes. Oh, wow. Oh my. I mean, it was quite easy for me to create, but it was not easy to, I'm going to say, the Glitter Force members, along with the shot, was a little bit more was a bit more challenging than creating Glitter Dream and Shadow Glitter Dream as well, because the Shadow Glitter Force members was a bit tricky, but I figured it out, and then it was interesting to see how I was able to put them in. And I put them in their finishing moves, their move sets, their grapple moves, if you like to call. So for that matter, how do they fight? Do they fight in street fighting techniques? Do they fight in the mixed martial arts, or do they fight like in the sport they're into, such as like I don't know, kendo, soccer, volleyball, you name it, whichever that comes in, that basically fits into their description, which can be their signature moves and or their finisher moves as well. Whether can it be in the ring or it can be outside the ring. Um, Lights her fists. I mean, well, that. Of course, the thing is, when you there may be a time. Hopefully, if I did create an avatar, I mean, but it's not gonna be involved with Azusa Aizawa, to be honest, for you, Austin Lawrence. When I say it'll be on the comic strip visual novel thumbnail, but it's not gonna be in the fanfic. But because it's portrays a little different in the fanfic than what you see in the comic strip visual novel thumbnail. Okay, well, let me say. Let's see. By the way, Leo, I know this may seem dark, but all I know is that in your universe, the Dark Alliance tried to put me in their prison in the darkest way possible. And let's just say that they tried to, and basically you all saved me. That's basically what happened in a nutshell. Really? They put you in a prison for that matter. I did try to stop the Dark Alliance like several times. That would happen on Chrono Trigger. That happened on Chrono Trigger, and then also from Project Diva F, which is Hatsune Miku Project Diva F, along with Batman Arkham Knight, which I did for New Game Plus. And not to mention, oh my goodness gracious me, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, and not to mention Paper Mario Z, if I'm not mistaken. But how will they be a part of something that is in Super Mario Galaxy? Well, simple. It begins with Rosalina and Goku Black, and it might end with Rosalina and Goku Black with something else to add in common to fill in the blanks, of course. Okay then, so uh, all right then. Okay, so in Paper Mario Z, I know I discussed this back in a live stream way back then. So tell me, why? Well, we know that the Dark Alliance wanted to get me out of the way of, yeah, basically trying to put me into prison. Then the rest of the group stopped them in their tracks. The Dark Alliance tried and they failed. So, I know I asked this in a live stream before. So, the Alliance, why did the original Alliance lie to me? Why did some of the Alliance members were hiding in secret? And Batman was one of them. Android 21 was one of them. Karai was one of them. Tell me this. Why did they hold this type of secret that I don't even know, but they knew, but they don't want me to find out of who my biological father is in the first place? Tell me that. It happened in Paper Mario Z. I did I did really inspire you about the Ultimate Arkhamverse, Blazer, and no doubt about it. You solved it. Why? Why would they try to hide this from me? And why did the Dark Alliance? Okay, that's one. That's okay. Maybe you might name a few reasons why. One, Batman is scared. I mean, how would he be scared if he doesn't want me to find out in the first place? What? And the other part, why did the Dark Alliance know this? How come they know it? Or they do realize they want to reveal the truth the truth will set me free from this. But some of the few of those Alliance members who know this knew this from the beginning ever since. I mean, I did explain this in a live stream, and then that, I mean, one, you did say maybe Batman is scared / afraid, and maybe that's one of them. Is there any other? I mean, Android 21 is on the mix. Not to mention Karai, who told me that I don't want to remember who my biological father is. She gave me a sweet kiss, and then all of a sudden my memory is being wiped off. And because she doesn't want me to know who my biological father is in the first place, because, you know, coming into Dragon Ball Fighters, I bet she knows this. She might know this from the start. That's a good one. Hurricane Parker, the Hurricane Thomas says, yeah, basically the Alliance is afraid of is afraid that if you say that your father is not what you wanted, father is not what I wanted. I mean, I found Logan, who is Wolverine, and Android 21. I mean, they're not my biological parents, I'll give you that. They're both the legal parents. Remember what I said about both the legal parents that are legal and those who are biological? The biological means there are your real parents, as in the biological parents from that they're your blood. The legal parents, it means it's not your blood, but still call them being as your legal dad / adoptive father and legal mom / adoptive mom / mother. There's the difference between legal and bio. Now you know what it is. Sometimes the truth can hurt you, says Hurricane. And Blazer says, and he quotes, the Alliance want to protect you, Leo. I know they wanted to protect me, but they should have told me, only some of those should have told me in the first place. And you think I would have, I don't know, how do you think I would react upon on such a short notice if they don't even tell me what's going on? How will I react in a way that it should have been told a long time ago, ever since I was a former member of Diamond Dogs of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain? Why couldn't they for those who knew, Why couldn't they say anything to say something that is most, what is the word I'm looking for? Open. Take my character's half-brother Shido, for example. That guy has two younger sisters. Kotori, who is the adopted sister, and Mana, who is his blood sister. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but Austin Lawrence, how would that be? I answer to those like such as Hurricane and Blazer, to be honest. What about you in your own words? How would you handle? Why? I know they said Blazer gave out their quote because they all wanted to protect me, you Leo, and they say the truth will set you free, and I agree with Hurricane. And he also mentioned that maybe Batman might be afraid / scared, that maybe that's one of the reasons. Then why did the Dark Alliance are trying so hard that they want to, that the truth set me free? And why all of a sudden, why did they send in Cooler, for example? Why did they send in Cooler? In the first place, ever since I got the second star, Lumar Star being from Paper Mario, then all of a sudden, I feel like I just walked into a trance, and then I'm fighting against Cooler, and then somehow, but first I was fighting against Goku and Vegeta. The rage? The rage? I'm liking your guys' answers in a specific point. The rage? Evil wants fear. Most... Okay, Hurricane quotes. Evil wants fear, Leo. Most villains want to make people fear them. Okay, I mean, Cooler, don't get me wrong. He's like, he wants to be way better than his younger brother Frieza ever was. August said, yeah, but we'll say the truth hurt me, but with rage. Yeah, that is why the truth hurt me, and I was filled with rage. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but several times. Several times that it happened to me, and it also with a little help of Dark Glitter Dream, before she was called Shadow Glitter Dream, Dark Glitter Dream, who opened up my heart into a kind of a vulnerability weak point of like, to find a missing piece that's what's inside bio parents. And because she said that to me, I believe her. I want to know who my bio parents are. And I didn't have a clue they were, besides the legal parents. Rage is what I need to control, even though because the rage is what I need to control, because you are not only part Lumar Star Being, you're actually part Saiyan as well, and because of your part Saiyan is because the rage and anger is what fuels a Saiyan so much, it kind of, how do I say, gives a Saiyan so much strength and power to how to raise their power level through the roof. And you can say it somehow might relate to the Incredible Hulk. Great and interesting points, you guys. Great and interesting points. Austin Lawrence says, something truth is stronger than fiction. To use my character's experience, for example, he learned the truth about his bio family until well into the New Alliance's operations. Needless to say, I was shocked. You kind of, Austin Lawrence, you said so yourself. You kind of had this off easy. But for me with Goku Black, how can it be easy for me to understand what the truth is? And why, I don't think Princess Azura was not aware of who is the biological parents, but she might be aware that she wants to search for them in the first place. She wants to search for them in the first place with me. Not to mention Regina from Glitter Force Doki Doki. So why did the Dark Alliance? Hurricane says, and he quotes Leo, to be honest, fear is like the dark side of Star Wars, which is true. That's what the dark side is. It's fear. Fear can really make you sorry. Fear can really make you be desperate, and that's what you don't want to be overall. An aura of fear also is a transformation, says Blazer. The fear that I would like to know that I was getting desperate, opening up, and then when Dark Glitter Dream tries to open up my heart several times, being attacked by Cooler on the inside, and then I just know this wasn't a dream, and I knew the reason why it is. However, of course, one of the members is actually a Dark Alliance member. However, not the only Dark Alliance member. It was someone who came into the spooky woods before going into the Boo's mansion. And for that matter, well, inside with Boo's mansion, and then you realize that there's something's off with Mew Mew Wolf. Why, like, okay, I mean, because all our powers are gone, so what we need to do is become stronger is we need star power. It's kind of like Power Ranger Zeo. So every time we level up, we get stronger like Power Ranger Zeo from those Zeo crystals. Every time we transform into a Power Zeo Ranger, we get stronger every day. So there you have it. And there it is. And I didn't realize that one is Dark Mew Mew Wolf, which is for Dave Roberts. I'm not saying she's the dark side version. I'm guessing she kind of doesn't. She's keeping this under wraps until Wolverine finds it suspicious of what is going on with her. Or until Princess Azura realizes that something's off with this one person in particular, so follows into a door and then being transported into the Flower of Fields, but we didn't realize that the door is actually a trap. A trap for me between being fused with Vegeta and being formed into Vegito because we went to Shy Guy's toy box. And because of that, Dark Glitter, but before that, before getting trapped into the door, Vegeta and I mean, we do have enough star power to create one small wish. All we need is one small wish. And so for that one small wish, we need Potara items. The Potara earrings or the Potara rings, whichever you like to call it, anything that fits. And so we go with that. And then we got fused. Vegeta and I both got fused. I know he plays a pivotal role on this. And we became Vegito the Second. There you have it. However, the dominant personality of Vegito would be the dominant personality is none other than Vegeta's personality. His personality dominates over mine. Of course, that kind of absolutely felt pretty good. And so, with that, Dark Glitter Dream opens up the same thing again and again. Of course, this time, she doesn't realize it's Vegito! And there you have it! As a soldier mercenary, yeah. The Dark Alliance. And there you have it. All this came in. And how do you deal with it? Simple. You try to strike fear in the face, facing off against Cooler, facing off against Dark Glitter Dream, who is lurking around in the works. But she knows that this is not just your average person. She knows that my power level's higher than hers, being fused combined with Vegeta. And she knows that any power that's higher than anyone else's can be lights out for her. And so she decides not to try to do this. Well, she might try to do it again, but instead it'll lead the same result again, is opening up my Vegeto's heart instead of my own. So you can say Vegeta and myself would share the same one heart and mind and soul being fused together. Not fusion dance. Potara power, if you want to know. That's what it is. Happened again and again, of course. Cooler tried this several times, but then refused. And then, however, even though being so cocky and arrogant, well, not ignorant, cocky and arrogant, I would say I would have the hard time to listen to this because since Vegeta's personality is dominant over mine, I could be in a bit of a mix, if you like to know. So there you have it. It's just incredible. And for that was the end of Cooler, but it's not the end of the Dark Alliance, of course. I know I get tested. Then you want the trap door. Then all of a sudden you see Camilla and Corrin, the female Corrin. Female Corrin, yes, that's her. The one who came in from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars with Camilla. The same Dark Glitter Dream who come from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. The same person again and again and again from Paper Mario Z. And they're telling me about who's stronger and who's better. And then all of a sudden this person who goes by the name of Glitter Dream and she looks familiar. But I only wanted to focus to rescue the sixth Lumar Star being. There you have it. Rescued. All of a sudden go to the frozen north of Waste. And then realizing and then all this and that. Until something is like, okay, how come I'm not hearing my other allies? But I'm only seeing or seeing them, but my other friends, but I'm only seeing those people who walked into. Like, this is weird. Because remember that that door that transports you to the flower fields was a trap in order for me to get away from the Alliance and walk into so I can be confronted by the Dark Alliance later on. Because it was all a setup for me to find out the truth of who my biological parents are. And finally, the Dark Alliance confronted me of who is the biological mother, which I already know, but who is the biological father is what we are looking for. And there you have it. There is none other than Goku Black. Something tells me that he knows that I'm more than just a Lumar star being whatsoever in part Saiyan in a mixed blood. He knows that I would say that the Alliance would fear me as a demigod. Remember, he said the words, they fear me as he said the words, they fear you as a demigod. Like, what? Why would I be a demigod? Because you are. Because upon in that said story, because I'm not saying I'm kind of like Thor from the Marvel universe, but a demigod with that is like, yeah. A lot of filler. Especially when it comes with Paper Mario and Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, and I'm guessing like Akuma did this. I don't know, maybe he wanted to be the legal father of the Dark Alliance, or who knows, maybe the legal father of the new Nexus besides a bio one. I don't know. Maybe Akuma has a finding interest in me. Then again, you may never know. It's just that goes to show you. I mean, Akuma finds wants to find a worthy opponent, not just to be something, but he wants to find a worthy opponent who who has something to kill for, and that person would be none other than me. So, the Satsui no Hado is what he calls it. In other words, he has it, which I'm certain. The Satsui no Hado has defeated gods, demons, and death. So who knows? Perhaps that might work in that type of favor. Let's see, Austin Lawrence says, and of course, my character, who at the time was working as a monster hunter, witnessed the final battle between your character and Goku Black, which has inspired me to form the new alliance. Awesome sauce. You know, do you think that some of those alliance members would have told me in the first place, would have told me the truth, said otherwise, would not have happened? But why did the Dark Alliance told me right now that my biological father is Goku Black? Why did this happen? He knows I was this close. We were this close to Starborn Valley. And Goku Black is absolutely close to it from where I'm walking towards it. This becoming as the original Goku, but it's Goku Black in disguise, and I walked right into that trap door, being fused with Vegeta. And I realized that I'm no longer in that blue form anymore. I'm not in Super Saiyan Blue, no. I went from Super Saiyan Blue to normal, like going to Super Saiyan fused to this kind of power, going Super Saiyan 3, whichever works. Perhaps hearing the truth and trying to being boastful about how strong I am might have cost me, but also that, I would say, when the truth set me free, I finally realized maybe I should have looking for the one that I've been searching for answers in the first place, and I should have gone straight to the horse's mouth. And it's not it's not some of the alliance members. It's not just those who know it. I have to go straight to the horse's mouth, and that would be the Dark Alliance. The ones who are trying to get me to go on their side, and because of that, I had to work with them. I guess finally realizing that I am going with and working with them. All right, take care, Blazer. But I'm almost done with this live stream. I'm almost done with it. So for that matter, I would say this could have been avoided if some of the original Alliance members told me the truth. But instead, I got upset, hiding these secrets from me of who it was in the first place. Just does not make me a happy guy or a happy-go-lucky guy. As I remember, you saw those from what you've seen from some of the scenes from Marvel Spider-Man, if I recall, from said Marvel Spider-Man of this game that I thought I added into the mix with Mr. Negative, to be honest, because fighting the demon or someone and some as such really makes it count the most. So there you have it. So I'm gonna say it won't be easy when I try to, I don't know, like, how to, how to get to understand from what it means to fight for, stopping Mr. Negative, all this and that. And then, Shadow Glitter Dream, or Dark Glitter Dream, being fused from one body with the original Glitter Dream, and then all of a sudden I have to find a way to bring the original Glitter Dream back out of consciousness, who is not in control. That same energy that I was struck with, and the same feelings that I had with Glitter Heart. Most of how it worked when she came to me in the first place. So for that matter, I'm not ashamed. I just hope that one day I'm gonna find a way if I ever get the chance to, I don't know, who knows? But we do realize that what we saw, that the Dark Alliance and the Alliance worked together for the first time to combat a greater threat. And there you have it. Both alliances combined, and then later on to be called the RWO, what you see from what happened from post Paper Mario Z of LPs, like Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Marvel Spider-Man, round robin videos of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, My Hero 1's Justice, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Halo 3 ODST. And not to mention Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I can go on forever like this. I mean, like I said, there's still more story to tell in the Ultimate Arkhamverse and everything in this entire game, and not to mention the channel itself right here. Everything is Arkham. Well, a lot of talking for one person makes me thirsty, you know. But I would say it's all worth it. And don't forget, and yeah, and I would say it is all worth it. Whew. So, by the way, hopefully you guys will be ready to watch a premiere. Let's see. My character, Austin Lawrence, says, meanwhile, my character's first job after forming the new alliance led him to his allies to Hoshido in order. But isn't that from Fire Emblem Fates, the land of Hoshido, right next to Nor? Because I know it. Why would Ains be going to Hoshido? I mean, sure, some maybe mountainous areas and valleys. Don't get me wrong there. And I played Fire Emblem Fates, but I wish it came to the Nintendo Switch. But it's on Nintendo 3DS. So too bad for me. Because it's not going to come anytime soon. It'll be on the Nintendo 3DS. So for that matter. Oh yeah, man, lots to fill in the gaps. Something like that is the norm. Like that is the norm. And I was going to say this. Oh, yes. So, basically, I'm definitely going to I'm definitely gonna finish Marvel Spider-Man of the DLC, Turf Wars, and Silver Lining, both the premieres and the live stream. And after that, hopefully, I'm going to finish this. Coming soon in the near future, Super Mario Galaxy. Because Paper Mario Z Rebirth is the year of 2022 and 2023 because you need to have an origin story, and that would be Super Mario Galaxy because I would say that would be an important part, pivotal role that connects with this to Super Mario RPG to Paper Mario. And for that matter, it's gonna be too sweet. And I would like to add some of the story missions that contains, and that's going to be. Oh yes, that would be Halo 4 Spartan Ops. Spartan Ops. In other words, going on missions with your teammates. Of course, it can be more than one player if you do it in co-op, which would be lovely in my picturesque, because it's on the Xbox One. Plus, I need to do Halo 5 Guardians, but I don't know. I don't know. How do I say this? You need to take down the music because it's copyright claim. Come on! I can do Halo Infinite, which is not a problem. I mean, Halo Infinite. I wouldn't see. Hopefully, it's not going to be a problem because if it is a problem with that, then oh man, why would they put in that type of music? I mean, numbers 2, 3, and Halo Reach, along with Halo 3 ODST, that did not have no copyright claim of the music because of Marty McDonald or the different composer. Yes, I don't get it. Doesn't make sense when it comes to that. Oh, it's just stupid. It's so stupid. Same thing goes for Halo 5 Guardians, but Halo Infinite, I would say that is safe because I did a preview. I can hardly do. Yeah, I'm gonna do the remastered version of Halo 2, which is like remastered in high definition in the graphics of but it just you'll get to see in the meantime soon, as well as Fire Emblem games. Not to mention some of the games I like to portray in as, and I'm also Castlevania games as well because this is the RWO Reach World Order. So yeah, we are RWO. There you have it. Ooh. It was not easy, but I do enjoy this talk and much and all this. So, what do you guys think of this entire live stream, such as myself? I mean, do you guys like it or do you hate it? Just smash that like button and or share this video if you guys do. And also, I will be doing the live stream of Marvel Spider-Man Turf Wars, and that will be happening. But first, I need to do the premieres, and then we go into the Turf Wars and so on and so forth, starting either next week on Thursday or the week after, which would be on Tuesday for Arkham Twin Days. So I can hardly wait to do this, and for my own little schedule thing. It is just absolutely amazing to have an audience like you guys. You guys know how to make me complete, and I'm really happy. So tomorrow there will be a first premiere of Marvel Spider-Man DLC Turf Wars. So get ready because it's gonna get harder from here on out, and believe me, it's not gonna get easy because remember the Sable Tech. Well, this is where it's going to come into play, and it's not going to get easy from here on out. It just gets harder and harder from here on out, and it just goes to show you this will get ugly. So, in as your friendly neighborhood superhero who likes to take chances, making mistakes, and getting messy, who likes peanut butter and chocolate and or breakfast for dinner, and also celebrating our 5-year anniversary of this entire channel, also celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month for the entire month of October, and also coming soon in the near future, WWE 2K22 for doing a let's play or of a live stream or premiere or both or whatnot. But I would love to do that because that would be so awesome, and I love to do this. So yeah, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. And I'll see you guys next time in a live stream of Marvel Spider-Man DLC Turf Wars. And it's going to be live stream number 3. Friendship is magic for everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming into this live stream. You have been a wonderful audience. It really means a lot to me. So great, and that is just makes my heart glad. Have a wonderful rest of the day, or have a wonderful rest of your evening, and stay healthy, strong, be physically fit, and also do not smoke. Always never smoke. Don't do drugs or whatsoever. Eat healthy, strong bones. Take plenty of vitamins and minerals in order to become healthy, big, and strong as you can be. So there you have it. See you guys next time. Bye.